I'm ready for mud. Wait.
Tell them what we're doing.
Now I'm ready for mud. Here comes the help.
Yay. We're getting ready. It's a big day. We're getting ready to pour concrete in here. So we got a crew coming. We're gonna pour the alleyway and the tack room. So pretty exciting day. We'll show you guys a little bit as we go along.
When putting up a horse barn, a lot of people have a debate on whether to leave it a dirt floor or a concrete floor. In this case, since the barn lot stays kind of wet at times, I wanted a concrete floor so I could put a belly or kind of a channel in it and help water flow out if water ever came into the barn or if you left a hose on. So that's why we're doing concrete in the aisleway only. We'll do a gravel layer in the stalls with stall mats on top of it.
I don't know if you guys can see this, but if you look, there's little hairs that look like dog hair coming out of that. That's fiber reinforcement. It makes the concrete stronger.
Huh.
The chute is 16 feet long and the barn is 42 feet long. So we're going to place from both sides and just have to drag the mud a little bit with these concrete come-alongs. That board that I had sitting on the forms is the screed board, which I pre-cut with a inch valley in it so that we could screed the concrete once we have it poured into the depth that we want it, which is about 4 inches. This floor with this concrete should be able to hold up about a 4,000-pound point load. Here you can see the valley I'm talking about screeding into it. And this floor is not flat. The barn was built on the natural grade of the ground, so there's about a foot of fall from the back of the barn to the front of the barn, so the water will run out the front. is my friend Cameron. He's a true master at this, and what he is doing is making a platform to a grade line that we had previously snapped on the concrete wall so that he can use the screed board to screed off of this platform that he's troweling across to the form on the other side of the room. This is the tack room, and that way this floor will be perfectly level and flat. This is a bull float. It's basically a trowel on the end of a stick. And you change the angles to drag back and forth on the concrete once you have it screeded off to the right level. And it brings the cream to the top of the concrete. The cream is basically the cement and water in the concrete. Concrete's made out of cement, water, sand, and aggregate, usually like a 1-inch clean limestone rock. The cream lets you get the finish on the top of the concrete that you want. We will end up putting a broom finish on this so that the horses have more traction.
So we got the tack room and half of the alleyway poured. The concrete truck is gonna pull around back now and pour the rest of that. We're gonna do the same process over here, so once it's done, then I'll show. Okay, it's all poured. They're just doing the finishing work. Me and Beck are gonna go back to the house, get chores done, so we'll come back down and see it later once it's complete. Okay, it's the next day and everything's dry. JR's getting ready to do the last step on the concrete. He's gonna be cutting expansions in it because the concrete expands, right, JR?
No, it shrinks.
It shrinks, sorry, yeah. And will crack by itself, so this way there's, can you explain that? I don't know how to explain that, JR.
So as it shrinks, it's pulling both directions, and it's stressing the concrete. Well, this is going to be a relief cut so that it can control the crack. Will be at the weakest part where I make this saw joint to weaken it, so then the cracks will be controlled. They won't go at an angle across the pad. Okay. And it happens at all concrete. If you start looking, you'll start seeing these little narrow saw joints that you probably never noticed before, and that is what they're there for.
So once he gets that done, we're all finished with the concrete. We also made sure to put what is it called, JR? The pattern in the
broom finish?
We also, did a broom finish on the concrete so that, like, if horses have shoes on, that type of stuff, it won't be slick to them. And we tried to make sure that it had a valley in it all the way down, which it does. But at the very end, it rained last night and it's holding water, but it's not the end of the world. Just sweep it out, it'll be fine. And here we left a smoother finish because that's just gonna be the tack room. And then, really quick, we did a little special touch and we added 2 Oliver shoes right here, so that he has his signature on this barn. So the next step inside the barn, I believe, will be getting probably the electric done and the tack room. And then we have to, well, no, it will be the walls and the structure. We have to get the permanent wall structure in place, and it will be set on the concrete. So the alleyway will be, it'll be a little bit smaller than it is, but not much. So we're pretty excited though. It's looking good.
This is what I cut it with.
Yeah. It's gonna get loud here in a second, so probably go ahead and turn it off, and then we'll show you once we start the wall structures. That's probably gonna be the next video
Primer button ain't working.
that you see. Uh-oh. We actually realized some of you on this channel may not know who Oliver is, and Oliver is our Clydesdale stallion. He has quite the story behind him. These are his shoes, like we said earlier, and you can actually learn all about him and all of our other horses over on our other channel, Homestead Horsemanship. We're making a lot of progress on this old barn. We're pretty excited about it, and the next steps are going to be building the walls of the stalls and the tack room. So we can't wait to show you. In the meantime, if you can give us a thumbs up, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. It really helps us grow, and we'll see you in the next video.